Levels.
Levels.
Did you book the marching band?
Wait, what?
The marching band. Did you book the marching band?
No, I did not. What? Why would I do that?
For the annual Talking to Todd Thanksgiving Spectacular.
Okay, a marching band wouldn't fit here in Studio B, and 2, we've never done a Talking to Todd Thanksgiving Spectacular.
Till now. Hi, gobblers. Todd, you're going to have to read the rest of this. I'm eating my Thanksgiving pie.
Oh, yes. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson and Todd Prince, where failure is always an option and they can't all be winners. Thanks for joining us, Todd. Hey, how's it going? Oh, pretty good. Not too bad. How about with you? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I don't have any pie, though, so I'm a little annoyed.
Thanks. No, that's good. Yeah, I was
Okay.
able to finish that bite. Excellent. Good work. Nice. Thank you. Where failure and pie is sometimes an option, depending on what studio you're in.
In tonight's performance, the role of Dwayne will be played by Todd. Load management?
What is this, Broadway in Des Moines?
Load management? Well, only if the pie is really heavy.
It's
got to really manage that load.
If you're wondering, apple crumble crust.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Due to my tech leanings, I do not like the sound of apple crumble. It just sounds like something really, really expensive just happened. Hey, what's wrong with your iPhone? Apple crumble.
Oh. Can you fix that with a dongle? No. So this is another episode at a time. We are both away from regular studios, but we are recording because we release come rain, shine, or hiatus.
Or trips to other places.
Yes. So this will hit. Actually, this will probably drop on Thanksgiving, since it's the Thanksgiving Spectacular. That's my plan. Who knows? Whatever.
Thanksgiving plus minus, whatever.
It's the Black Friday episode.
Yes.
Maybe
that should, if that's the case, that should drop at 4:30 a.m. Please queue up starting at 6 p.m. so that you're the first in line for the episode.
To download. There's a line of people ready to download and listen.
Okay. All right. We haven't discussed this, and I understand. I don't want to get into too big of a business meeting, but we're missing an opportunity here. If this was going to be, instead of a Thanksgiving Spectacular, a Black Friday episode, we should really, really think about for the first 100 people who download this podcast, a 95% discount off regular price.
That's off of the podcast, not off of the swag.
Yes. No. Just this episode. Episode.
Yes.
I mean, show me who else is doing 95% off. And again, this is limited to the first 100. We have to limit it.
Yes.
Supplies are limited. These bits don't just replicate themselves. The problem is, I just thinking this through. Yeah. I think it's okay to do that for the discount, because if we said instead that these were limited edition, then we'd have to somehow take the digital file and make sure that you can show that it's an original one, which, you know what that means, NFT.
Oh, Lord, no.
I got to go get my sunglasses. Hold on a second.
Okay, I'll get my sunscreen. So the one of the reasons we're actually doing a Thanksgiving Spectacular is because of a request from Sarah Judson Brown, toddler -18. She wants to hear our worst Thanksgiving dinner stories. And she had a turkey explode one time.
Sarah, when you hear this, and this is going to be, you're going to hear this in the future. I mean, for you, it's now, it's again, future, whatever. Sarah, please come, please. I read that and I think we had a turkey explode on us. Those are two completely different stories depending on if the turkey was cooked or it was still alive. Those either way, it's a great story.
Oh,
but it's a different story. You know what? We're going to pardon this turkey. Congratulations. You're going to, oh my God. All right. So, Sarah, thank you. You know what? We ask for content, we ask for things, and then, Sarah delivers. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Dewayne, do you have any particular worst Thanksgiving dinner stories?
I consulted with toddler number 1.
Okay.
And we both came to the same conclusion.
Did it involve the Bears in a Thanksgiving game in Minnesota somehow? No, sorry.
You're not that far off. They wouldn't play in Minnesota. It's when the Bears have to play at the Lions.
Oh, yeah.
On Thanksgiving.
Yes.
My family, we alternate between Amy's place, Amy's folks, and my folks. When the Bears play on Thanksgiving and it's a McFadden year, that's not a problem.
Because they're going to be watching the game anyway.
Exactly. The meal operates around the football. However, and I love my family dearly, their meal does not operate around the football, even when it's the Bears.
What?
I know. So it's a tie between every other year when the Bears play on Thanksgiving, and it happens to coincide with a year that we're with my family, because it is always just an unmitigated disaster to try to coordinate watching the game, eating the food, having the food ready, and navigating all of the everything. So yes, you were basically you were right. You were close enough.
I was going to say I should get a bell, but we're not doing bells this week, but apparently we are, so I'll take it. The NFL keeps advertising, or the AWS keeps advertising about how the NFL schedule used to be done by hand, and now they take over 1 million or billion permutations to come up with the perfect schedule, taking all of these other things into account. At this point, if AWS is doing this, here's what you need to do. If you know that you need to submit to AWS on these years, the Bears can't play on Thanksgiving because Sandy has a schedule. And they should just take that into account in the big machine. It's not that hard.
Amazon kind of knows everything anyway. Frankly, I'm a little surprised they haven't already taken it into account, just to make our shopping easier.
You can tell me while the ball's in the air that this dude has a 23.2% chance of probability of catching this football because of the wind inside the stadium, but you don't know that we are going to be at your folks for Thanksgiving and we can't watch the football? Come on. How intelligent can this cloud be?
How about you?
Well, the first one that stands out is one year. This is while I was still living in Iowa. My Thanksgiving dinner, lunch, whatever, was at my grandparents in Iowa Falls. And I probably was in Ames, so I had to drive up. And this is when before I met Lisa, so I was chronically late for everything. So, which was fine because we weren't really doing like a big sit down thing, but it was just like, hey, show up. Although I tell myself that I think there was a big sit down thing, and I think I just said it was whenever. Anyway, I walk in the door, and the first person that greets me is my sister Brenda. And all she says is, enjoy the turkey loaf. Wait, Wait, what? And so then I say hi. Yes.
Those are four words that have never been put together before, particularly with enjoy. Beware of, I can, yes.
Mm, imagine the word enjoy with sarcasm turned up to 11.
Oh, this was Brenda.
This is Brenda.
That's
Yes.
not easy. That's not difficult. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Now
Yes.
I'm on board. Yep.
Yeah. The highlight was on enjoy and loaf. So I say hi to everybody. I go into the kitchen and grandma's like, "Oh, you made it. Yay. That's good. Okay, so here's where we've got everything, and here's the green bean salad, and here's the jello, and here's the yams or sweet potatoes or whatever. Oh, and this year I decided to do something different. Instead of doing a big turkey, here's the turkey loaf." See, when I walked in, I thought Brenda was pulling a fast one on me, like trying to say, "Hey, grandma, where's the turkey loaf?" Ha 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 ha. No, grandma went out and bought a turkey loaf and was very happy that she did, because she didn't have to cook, or my grandpa didn't have to cook, for hours and hours. At that point, I realized I understand what the word turkey means, and I have a working definition of loaf. I had never encountered the phrase nor the product turkey loaf right until that point, standing in front of my grandma, who was very happy to ask me how many slices of turkey loaf I wanted on my plate. Anyway, here's the thing. There are things that happen, and this maybe gets to Sarah's question. There are things that happen that make you remember some holidays with your family more than others. Sometimes those are amazingly good things. Most of the time, it's not the good ones you remember. Anyway, so that was the one and only Christmas we had turkey loaf.
Was not
It
an
is
annual tradition.
no. It did not become a tradition like no other or whatever the Masters is. No, that lasted one time, but that is still that was 25 years ago. That is one of those running jokes within a subset of our family. Hey, you guys sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner? Yeah. Oh, that's a really nice picture. Look at all that. Hey, Brenda, I don't see the turkey loaf on the table. Where's that at? Shut up. How about, let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right. Dwayne's having more pie. So, good Foley work. I almost believed it. The weird part is, while that sounded like a fork on a glass plate, you wouldn't believe, but that was actually a catalytic converter off of a 67 Chevy to make that sound. It's amazing what they can do. Oh, and a coconut.
Are you suggesting coconuts migrate?
I don't know that this was, we were expecting the worst. Okay, so I'm going to go a different direction. This is one that we thought was going to go poorly.
Okay.
And then we went, I think we might be missing something here. So 2012, we have sold the house we're in, and we're closing 10 days after Thanksgiving. Kids are still small-ish. And so we're packing up and we're putting everything away. And Lisa's like, look, I can't pack up the kitchen and have Thanksgiving dinner. So
Fair.
What do you want to do? And it's like, well, we could order a Thanksgiving dinner from the grocery store, right? And they do all that stuff and we could bring it in. Like, yeah, but I don't know. We said, why don't we'd never done this, but why, there are some restaurants that do Thanksgiving dinners. Why don't we just go to a restaurant? And in this case, Lindsay's like, hey, I think Mimi's Diner, it's a chain, has Thanksgiving dinner. But we're like a couple of weeks out. There is no way. So I think Lisa calls. Hey, yeah, we're like 2 weeks out. Do you have like, I don't know, a reservation for like, I don't know, 5 people for Thanksgiving dinner? Oh, sure. We have one spot. It's like at 3:30. Don't worry, the Bears aren't on. So we got it booked. So it's us, the kids, and Lisa's mom. And we're like, okay. And the whole thing was like, this is a weird, like now Thursday, like we get up, right? The parade is on. We're making fun of the announcers for being terrible at broadcasting the parade, which you do every year. There's some football. Then we all pile in the car and we're like, this is so weird. Like Lisa's not having to cook. She's whatever. We get in the car, drive to Mimi's. We're like, oh man, it is packed. And we're like, this is so weird though, being out for Thanksgiving or whatever. And it's like $25 per head. And you can pick, like, there's a set menu kind of thing. You turkey dinner, like Thanksgiving dinner.
Prefix, sure. Yep.
Okay, sure, fine. They bring out the plates, put them all down. We start eating. Start looking at each other. It was pretty good. Really, actually. I mean, it's not as good as Lisa's cooking, but it's pretty good. Like actually, this is pretty good. And then Lisa's like, I didn't have to get up at 6 a.m. and start cooking.
And no one has to clean.
And nobody has to do any dishes. Like,
yes.
We don't have to do the dishes. We don't have to do the pots, the pans, nothing. And when I say we, Lisa did that a lot. I try to help, whatever. We didn't even have to run the dishwasher like 6 times, right? Like, it's like you pay the bill, you leave the tip, you get up with a little bit of leftovers and walk away. And we were like, why haven't we thought about doing this before? I mean, we thought there was a stigmatism about this, and now, so we did that multiple years after that. We had a working kitchen, but we also had a working Amex. So now there is a downside of doing this, however, because when you go to a restaurant and they bring you Thanksgiving dinner, they bring you probably more food than you need. But what they don't bring you is enough food to make turkey sandwiches for the following week.
Oh, yes.
So, like on Friday, you eat the leftovers from Thursday. And then on Saturday, you're like, we're out of food. I gotta go. What do you need to do? I need to go run and get some more buns and some turkey slices. Ooh, maybe a turkey loaf, because we don't have any more leftovers to eat for the rest of the weekend. You got to plan accordingly.
We did that. We did that once in Northwest Illinois, because we had Bill and Joanne were in the process of closing up the house to fly to Florida, like the next day.
Yes.
And so we all went to the restaurant, and we had, oh boy, 14, 15, 16 people. We took up an entire loft area and just took it over with the McFadden clan, the McFadden, Franzen, I don't know, Johnson, all of us. We just took the place over. It was fantastic.
When you say that, my thought is, number one, you could call ahead and say, hey, do you have room for like 16? And they're like, oh, don't worry, we have like a separate room we can put you in. But when you say we just took the whole place over, what I'm envisioning is there were people like at a couple of tables, and then all of you guys went into the loft and then all started telling stories and talking about the Bears, and the people who had the plates who were up there were like, I'll just eat outside.
We'll go downstairs.
It's late November in Illinois. It's very nice outside. I'll just let them have this place.
It's Northwest Illinois. While fisticuffs could break out between Bears fans and Packer fans, it's overwhelmingly Bears fans. So, they just join in. It's small town Illinois. If you're not friends when you show up, you're definitely friends when you leave.
Yep. Except for you, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Looking at you. Rodgers!
The other... okay, so do you have another bad one?
Nope.
No. The other one I'll just throw out, and this isn't worst. This is just... So growing up, I was lucky. I mean, my grandparents on my mom's side were in the same town that we were in, had family around. We had our here's what we do for my mom's side, grandparents came over for Thanksgiving, then they came over, we did Christmas Eve at their house, and then every Christmas morning just our family, and then for Christmas, like, so lunch, they all came over to our house. And at one point, I it was announced, and this relates to Thanksgiving. It was announced that we were going to start shaking some things up, usually for Christmas, because apparently, so turkey for Christmas, or sorry, turkey for Thanksgiving, all this, mashed potatoes, the whole thing. And then maybe 30 days later, essentially make the same exact meal, maybe now with ham. I mean, we would make for Christmas dinner, right? Oh, well, we got to make the mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Can't have a family get together without the green bean salad with crunchy stuff on top, right? It's all the same stuff. And after multiple years of doing this, there was sort of an announcement made, which was, hey, instead of having the big turkey ham based dinner that was identical within 30 days of each other, we're going to start changing things up. I believe we still locked in the turkey, generally speaking, for Thanksgiving. It was Christmas, however, I think. I should have checked with Brenda, because Brenda remembers every single minute about us growing up. Everything I've forgotten, Brenda remembers. It was announced one year. This sounds bad now. It wasn't. By the way, just so you guys know, it's going to be Mexican Christmas. Wait, what? Yeah, we're done with the turkey and the mashed potatoes and the ham and stuff. So we're gonna have tacos and enchiladas and refried beans. Like, that was Christmas dinner, because we'd already done the Thanksgiving thing. We did that one year. I'm pretty sure we did homemade pizza. We did pizza Christmas one year where we made pizza, I think. And even the Thanksgiving one, though, started shaking it up. Dad, we smoked a turkey a couple of times.
Okay.
We didn't have a smoker, so we just had a Weber grill. So Dad just got like hickory chips and started smoking the turkey in the Weber grill. But the year I remember specifically, it was like -10 outside. So in order to get this going, Dad just put the grill in the garage that is attached to our house
Yes.
and started smoking the turkey in the garage. And apparently the house built in the early 70s wasn't as weather sealed as we thought, because that led to smoking the turkey and smoking us inside. But once you're like 4 hours in, it's like, hey, I think we're getting smoke in the house. And then Dad's like, well, what are you going to do? So at that point, I think we had to open the windows. And again, the reason why the grill was in the garage is because it was too cold outside to smoke the turkey. And then as smoke is coming in the house, we have to open up the windows and the doors to let the smoke out. So turkey is fine. We are having to put coats on so that the turkey's good. Thanksgiving.
A good time was had by most.
Some. Once again, though, all of the Thanksgivings that went off without a hitch,
Right?
they all kind of blend together.
Yeah.
Was that when I was 5? No, I was 32. Oh, I don't remember that one. Turkey loaf, smoke in the house. Those stand out.
I remember one time I was getting extra direction on how to make mashed potatoes, and I kind of lost it. I don't. I was getting micromanaged enough at work
Yeah.
at that point. I didn't need it from my mother-in-law while I was making mashed potatoes.
Okay. Yep.
But we've recovered since. And I still continue to make mashed potatoes. I just don't get I just don't get overly directed any longer by anyone. No one tells me.
Everybody learned that lesson.
Yes, they
That's
did.
everybody's like, hey, Dwayne's making mashed potatoes, but did you see he forgot to put in any milk or any butter? Like he's just literally mashing potatoes. Should I say no?
Nope.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shut up and we're gonna eat his raw mashed potatoes, and everybody's gonna enjoy it. Everybody remembers what happened, but they're not good. No.
Oh.
Hey, so just this one's gonna be pretty quick, but since it's a Thanksgiving spectacular, and because you were actually eating an apple crumble pie right now, preference on Thanksgiving pie. This is where no matter what we say, we're going to be wrong, and people are going to give us feedback. Hint, hint. So, preference on Thanksgiving pie or pies?
Okay, so we are going to steal from the educated idiots.
Okay.
Every week they do a segment called the Olympics, and they give bronze, silver, and gold to something. Now, here's the thing. Dan can never remember which is first.
I mean, what do you mean? Like
Like
gold gets first? Like he can't remember that gold gets first? Or
right, or whether you start with silver and then go to gold, or where
Oh,
bronze comes in.
got it.
Or
Okay.
yeah, anyway, it's a thing. It's just go with it. Anyway, so the Olympics Thanksgiving pie edition, courtesy of the educated idiots.
Okay. Yes. Let's start with we'll go back and forth. We'll start with your again. This is I want to make it clear for everybody wagering at home. This is Thanksgiving pie, not Thanksgiving pies could be different than regular pie. I'm just you get a pie in April that could be different than Thanksgiving pie. It doesn't have to be.
That's
It should
generally
be.
more of a fresh fruit pie, April, May, June,
Yeah.
not Thanksgiving.
Yes. So
Right. So
your
your
bronze.
bronze, yes, the
y-
bronze
y-
pie.
yes.
The bronze pie is for me is anything but pecan.
You're
All
taking the
pies.
field.
I'm taking the field over pecan. Yes.
The winner of the bronze medal in team figure skating is anybody but Russia. Congratulations.
You get a medal. You get a medal. You get. Oh, hold on. We're gonna hold your medal here at the Olympic. Never mind. Okay. Call back.
Okay. All right.
You?
Boy. The funny thing was, and here's the thing. The first thing that popped in my head was, well, for sure, not pecan. However, the dumb thing about that is I usually avoid pecan pie or pecan pie, whichever one, or both.
Or pecan pie.
Sure. I think I've probably had it once or twice total. And it's not that I didn't like it. I had it one time and went, there are better pies than this.
Exactly.
And
that's
so
my
I have
point.
moved on, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a bad pie. It's just when given options. The problem is, see, I only had two nominees. Okay, you know what? This is where if given an unlimited source of pie, all sorts of kinds of pie, I will go almost always for a banana cream pie. That's my go-to pie. I will say for Thanksgiving, I will make that the number 3. That gets the bronze medal for me, but just for Thanksgiving.
Banana cream.
Banana cream.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm hoping if anybody again, we're gonna not be any place where we're be getting pie for this Thanksgiving, but that's hey, what kind of pie should we get? I don't know. Todd said he likes banana cream, I guess. Cool. I win. Even if everybody disagrees, if I get a banana cream pie out of this, even if I'm wrong, I still win.
You're still yes.
Yeah. Okay. Worst case, I end up with banana cream pie. Okay. So be it. All right, silver pie for you.
Peach.
Oh. Okay. All right. Let me ask you this.
Particularly if it's a cobbler, which isn't exactly a pie, but it's
Todd,
I
what's your
like
second
peach.
favorite pie? Vanilla ice cream. What the
I like peach pie, but I really like peach cobbler. But I'll still take either of them over pecan.
Okay. Let me ask you this. All right,
Yes.
just so I've had different. I'm not a huge. I don't enjoy peach. Peach is not the top of my flavor profile, so I'm not a big peach pie. However, I've had peach pie that is sort of unsweetened peach pie, and then you've got the ones that are like sweetened peach pie with like the sugar is like on the top of the crust. Are
Yeah.
you more unsweetened or sweetened peach pie?
Oh, definitely sweetened.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. All right, you're less than an idiot then. Okay.
Did not know we were doing idiots of the week. Apparently we are. Okay.
I didn't either, but then you answered. And I mean, you took us there.
How about you? You're silver?
Silver. Can't go wrong with a good apple pie.
You cannot. And
Yeah.
that's why apple is my gold.
Oh. Oh, wow. Out of the blue, apple just comes flying in as
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
particularly with the crumble crust, because it's what I'm eating.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to say if it's Thanksgiving, again, Thanksgiving only, but if it's Thanksgiving, you got to have a pumpkin pie out on the table. That's
Now, is it pumpkin or is it pumpkin?
Are you punking me or are you punking me?
Did you? I have visited the pumpkin capital of the world.
I think you it's a 5 miles outside of Peoria, right?
It is. We went to the pumpkin festival, and the more pumpkins are canned in Decatur, Illinois, than in anywhere else in the world. We went to the pumpkin festival. Yes, we did. How did you remember that? Did I tell that story on the pod?
Yes, you
Was
did.
that something Todd ought to know?
No. But to
Yeah.
be completely honest, I'm just going to here's a quick follow-up. Yvonne was over here earlier today. Just saw the latest episode drop, which is now a couple of weeks old, and she's like, "Hey, I saw something about toddler 1060 in the notes. What does that mean?" And I said, for the life of me, we recorded last week. I have zero idea what that was. So I don't remember something we recorded 5 days ago. And yet your story about 5 miles, the pumpkin capital of the world, of the United States or wherever, 5 miles outside of Peoria for the pumpkin festival is like, oh no, I got that. I got that on lockdown.
It might not be something Todd ought to know, but it's definitely something that he does.
Yeah. Which explains about 98% of everything I know. Should I know it? No,
No,
I shouldn't,
no.
but I
And
do.
yet,
Yeah. All right. Okay. So there we have you've got apple, pumpkin. Toddlers, feel free to let us know what your bronze, silver, and gold medal pies are. And also feel free to let Dewayne know why he's wrong. I think the other thing that I was going to make as part of
just going to sit here and eat my apple. Good. I'm good.
Yep. The other thing we were going to do is we've never taken time on any Thanksgiving adjacent podcast that I can remember, and apparently I have selective memory. I don't think in the nearly 200 episodes we've done we've ever taken this time at this point of the season to give thanks. And so, I think if this is a Thanksgiving holiday spectacular, we should probably give thanks on behalf of Talking to Todd, because we've got a lot to be thankful for. I don't know. Do you want me to start, or do you want to start?
Well, we could start where we always start, We're thankful for our listeners and our sponsors, Toddler 3187, the Taylor Center for Technology Policy, and we're even thankful for DJ to go Cedar Valley.
A DJ
A
in the Cedar Valley.
Of all the DJs in the Cedar Valley, he's one of them. And we are thankful that he's in the Cedar Valley and not anywhere near us. So there's, he doesn't even listen to the podcast. We're thankful for them. We're thankful for the feedback. We're thankful for all of the interaction because it's always fantastic. It's why we keep doing this. We enjoy each other and we enjoy getting to react to your crazy stories and requests. I'm thankful for Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod because it still makes me smile.
Okay, side note to everybody.
Yeah.
When I came up with this, I was going to come up with a bunch of stupid crap that was going to be really funny for being thankful for. Dewayne then takes this as an opportunity to do heartfelt thanks for real things that we should be thankful for, which now, just so everybody sees what happens, I kind of put him in a box before, put him in a corner, right? And he said, okay, I'll just sit here and eat my pie. And then he said, and now I'm going to take my rook and I'm going to move it here. And now you're stuck in the corner because you have one of two things to do, Todd. You can do your funny little comedy bit, which will make you look like an ass after I was nice and everything. Or I just stole all the stuff that we should be thankful for, and I left you nothing, not even the apple crumbs. So, Todd, what have you got? Let's see if you can dance on the fly. Yeah, while I eat my pie.
Well, I'll just sit back here. Oh boy, this is good. Boy, this is good. You know, it's amazing how often karma comes back so quickly. I'm thankful for that too.
The problem is I would say, hey, but why don't we do this? Why don't I do some of the funny stuff and then we edit it so you put the funny stuff first and then you end with the good stuff. And yet Dewayne goes, yeah, I don't think that's the way it's going to be edited.
You could always volunteer. I would be thankful if you just edit a goddamn podcast once in a while.
I did once.
Oh, that's right.
We've been recording this a while and I did it once.
And you got an award for it.
Yes.
Go out on top. Quit while you're ahead.
All right. Given where we are with the time, we will hold on to our thankful stuff. Maybe we'll do that in a subsequent episode. So that we can wrap up the holiday spectacular here, because I do think that there's a large Snoopy floating outside my window, which is very concerning because we don't have a parade here. So I don't know what that is. Yes. What are we thankful for? Yes, we're thankful for everybody who's listed. We're thankful. It still astounds me. Dewayne shared with me this week. He's like, hey, take a look at our download numbers. And I said, do you have any idea why this many people are downloading the podcast? No, I don't. And it's going up. Do you know why? No. I'm thankful. And I'm kind of thankful that we don't know why. Because if we knew why, that could probably mess with us, right?
I mean, even if you hate listening, we'll take it. It still clicks.
Yeah. These guys are terrible. You really need to listen to how bad they are. Thank you. I am thankful for that.
If it keeps going this direction, we'll be thankful for real sponsors.
And I think the other thing, as long as we're going down that route, then I think the other thing that I'm thankful for, and I think I speak on all of the toddlers, I'm thankful for you because yes, you do edit all of them. You actually make sure that they get put up on time, plus minus. You write the show notes. You also, just behind the scenes, Dewayne comes up with all the title suggestions, anywhere from 4 to 10 an episode. And then I look at him and go, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. You know, this one's not bad. This is the one I hate least. And then that becomes the title episode after Dewayne sits there and listens to the entire thing and finds out all of this. So realistically, this entire podcast would not happen without you guys listening and without Dewayne doing all the work. Because I basically show up, talk some nonsense for a while, and then Dewayne does all the rest of the work. So thank you, Dewayne, for that.
You're welcome. Music's Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting scholar Todd Prinz. Wherever you get your pods, just search Talkin' and the number 2. No G, no space. The G stands for Gobbler. You can check out our award-winning merch on Zazzle. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office, but you probably shouldn't do that. It's probably closed for Thanksgiving. Naperville drains could be filling up with leaves. We would appreciate any attention that they could get, especially Drain, Not the Rock Johnson. Thanks to our listeners and our sponsors, Toddler 3187, the Taylor Center for Technology Policy, and DJ to Go Cedar Valley. You can send us your feedback to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
Hey, according to the USA Today, apple pie is the favorite Thanksgiving pie in 34 states. However, pumpkin pie... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is Iowa one of those 34?
No, but Illinois is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes all the sense in the world. The number 2, so apple is... Thanks, Eli. So okay, hold on. Now that I'm reading this is a clickbait article from the USA Today. Okay. It's not it's
34 favorite states are apple, and 28 favorite states are pumpkin. How many states do we have?
No, the way that they came up with this, and this was the date range of October 6th to November 6th, 2023. So this is like
hot off the presses.
Hot off the presses. This isn't about what people eat or buy. This is what people searched for.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. This is an internet search. Oh. So, the pie that most people Google leading up to Thanksgiving is apple in 34 states. Pumpkin comes in a strong number 2 at only 14.
Pecan?
Sweet potato pie comes in one state only, Mississippi. And in Hawaii pie comes in. So there you go.
Pecan nowhere.
It is not the number 1 most searched for pie in a 30-day window somewhere before Thanksgiving in 2023, according to the you know what, this fell apart
at its finest.
This wow, yeah. See, in my defense, the headline, Pumpkin Pie or Apple, a state-by-state guide to people's favorite Thanksgiving pies. Data based on internet searches. Oh.
I love the internet. It's awesome. Oh, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Well, we'll be back every week, but we'll be back live in a couple of weeks. Send us your feedback. We'll be here. We're talking to Todd.
Okay, here's the one I was going to give you because you hijacked the whole thing. I am thankful for Brett Favre for 2 completely different reasons. Number 1, he gave us plenty of content in the last 18 months. We would have had to fill that with some other stuff. So thank you, Brett, the content machine that keeps on giving. But second, I am also thankful that he doesn't live in my state, so that funds allegedly that were supposed to go to people who are poor, allegedly, don't get used by him to build, allegedly, a volleyball complex for his alleged daughter. No, sorry, wait, that's not the right one. To play volleyball at an alleged school. No, sorry, that's not. You know
also,
what? I think some air quotes in there would probably clean all of that up.
So quick travel story. I'm sitting on the diverted flight in Austin as I'm stuck on the ground. I'm sitting there talking to the guy sitting next to me about a whole bunch of stuff. And he starts talking about Brett Favre and this story. And I'm like, you're not going to believe this, but I have followed this story intensely for 2.5 years because we've covered it and had a specific section called This Week in Favre on my podcast. I know everything that you're telling me. Sadly. So I guess I'm thankful for that. I don't know.
And he was thankful that you then put on your headphones and didn't talk to him for the rest of the flight.
Oh, you have a podcast. Click.